Welcome back to your feel-good kickstart to the week. Well, the Australian Open, as the first big Grand Slam of the year, gave us the kickstart we needed. The Australian Open, absolutely brilliant. Concluded yesterday or over the weekend with Madison Keys capturing her maiden title in a dramatic win over Aryna Sabalenka, while Jannik Sinner defended his crown, picking up where he left off last year, solidifying his dominance at the moment with a commanding victory over Alexander Zverev. Nasli Abrahams, tennis enthusiast Ricky Solomon, tennis coach, and Lumani Kakana, the under-16 Southern African junior champ, is back on the couch now to chat about the tournament. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Wow, full value we got. I know not everyone can get every matchup that we want, and everyone's got that final, but when it comes to the ladies, this was a dream final, so I'm going to start with you, Naz.
Amazing final. Absolutely amazing. Nobody predicted this. Nobody would have. Having said that, Madison Keys did win a lead-up tournament, Adelaide. We've been waiting for her to win a Grand Slam for a long time. She has been a finalist before. This is common in the women's game, though. Angelique Kerber, later in her career, became a Grand Slam champion. Barbara Krejcikova, and now Madison Keys.
And testing herself against the best. The shots that were coming out in that match, they found a new gear. And I've got to ask you, Ricky, Aryna Sabalenka seems to have found a new gear. For Madison to beat her at her best, because she looked good and she had a wobble and then she found her kind of form again within the match. What did you make of the kind of seesaw battle, and what do you think won it for Madison? What's shifted there?
Look, that first set, she blew everyone away with her quality. I don't even think Sabalenka knew what was happening. And then I think Sabalenka shifted, because she was like, okay, if we're going here, I need to go there as well.
And she knows she can.
And she knows she can. And then I think that threw Madison Keys off. And I think the moment threw Madison Keys off a little, because her level dropped while Sabalenka's went up. And then I think that final set, possibly both of them dropped just slightly, and then closer to the end, it went up. Yeah, they both spiked. So it was a situation of, I think, Sabalenka unaware, wow, this is a big game, and then Madison getting a little tight, and then I think that's what caused the seesaw effect.
And Madison seemed to have the self-belief going into this. Lumani, when you see a player kicking like that, where they seem to find another dimension to their game, what's it like seeing someone come good on that level? So for Madison, it was clearly a new mental gear there. What is it like when you see a player kind of hitting those moments on court?
Yeah, I feel like it started with a lot of preparation, mental preparation for her. The performance she pulled was amazing. I mean,
magical.
I've never seen her play like that. I haven't watched a lot of her matches, but I'm definitely gonna go back and look at her past matches after that performance. Yeah, her preparation before the match, I feel like, was impeccable. Her matches prior to the final were really good. Yeah, it was a really good performance from both of them.
And an exhausting tournament. I think to come out the gates in January and maintain this level of tennis, it bodes well for the year to come. I think a lot of us wanted to see Djokovic in that final, because we don't know how much longer we've got a Djokovic. But of course, Jannik Sinner was the guy who absolutely dominated despite a black cloud hanging over his head. How do you think he found that? I see lots of facial expressions here. What do you make of Alexander Zverev and Jannik Sinner in that final instead of dominating?
Jannik Sinner, at 23 years old, is better than any of the legends. Right now, he's better than any of the legends were at any stage in their career.
Sure.
And this black cloud, I mean, it was 8 millionth of a millimeter of a rub. And the determination was that it couldn't have enhanced his performance at any stage. So,
if anything, being this angry about this kind of black cloud hanging over his head seemed to propel him to a new level of performance.
Correct. And it's made him a mental beast. And that, like, he takes the ball quicker than the big three. He moves like Djokovic. He has the same fitness team. But his mental fortitude, I mean, they've had dips. I don't see him dip in a match. He is just there.
And it's not like he hasn't had the physical tests as well. He's had the long matches, he's had the heat, he's had everything else that the players have had.
He's under a microscope. But I have to say this, right? So we watched the warm-up, and Zverev is stretching and Sinner is being hypnotized with a tennis ball.
Yeah.
I mean, that is goosebump inducing if you're a fan.
Oh, completely. Well, it speaks to the mental elements. What does someone have to do to beat him, that being said, Sinner, this year? Because clearly this has set the tone for the rest of the year.
So as a tennis coach, I obviously focus on the details of the way they strike the ball, but even more than that, the pace of the shot itself. And so Sinner's pace of ball is bigger than anyone else. His serve isn't as big as the best, but his forehand and his backhand is ridiculous. And he has access to all angles of the court at high speed. So to beat him, you actually need to match him on the pace of the ball itself. So it's not as simple as being mentally tough. It's not as simple as just getting the ball back.
Getting the job done,
You
yeah.
have to meet him. If he's hitting balls at 140 Ks every shot, you need to be hitting at 140 Ks. And the other guys are not.
I hate to say it, Hlumani, but Ewan can't hit balls at 180 Ks back at you, not even 140. I don't know. No, look, he's a big lad. He's a big, strong lad. He's got the genes to do it. I know you're inspired by what you see on court, but even more so to get out there and train. So we're going to give you an opportunity to do that. How nice was this as the first Grand Slam of the year? We also get
So
to share the
happy.
couch with greatness on the way, and we're going to see that play out now in a training session that, yes, we have very happily thrown Ewan under the bus for.